The third major content update for Wreckfest 2 just dropped, and so I figured I'd dive in and show you all what's new. I'll be going through the changelog and showcasing each new piece of content, as well as discussing some pretty exciting future updates coming to the game. As always, if you like what I do, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more Wreckfest 2 news and updates. Alright, let's dive right into the changelog. The first thing we have here is a new American muscle car called the Switchback. For all of my Flat Out 2 enjoyers out there, you'll recognize this as the Switchblade. This looks like a 69 Chevelle or Malibu to me. It's definitely GM inspired, we'll put it that way. This car sounds great, handles way better than you'd think it would, and can hold its own when battling side by side, which is something I look for in a car in this game. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for the other new car, the Popper. The Popper looks a lot like a Fiat 500, especially in the back, but I'm not really familiar with older European cars, so if you know what this is, please let me know in the comments. It's very light compared to the Switchback, so I found it very hard to keep the car straight. Whether it was from the car being hard to handle, hard to save, or just getting knocked around by my opponents. This is banger racing, you're going to get knocked around quite a bit, so this type of car doesn't really appeal to me. You kind of need to be able to reliably save your car, and the Popper just wasn't up to the task. I will admit though, seeing it tumble through the air is pretty funny. Up next, we have all of the new tracks and layouts, the big one being Cannon Hill forward and reverse layout. This is a rallycross stage with a good mix of asphalt and dirt sections. I found the track layout to be pretty engaging. There are some long sweeping sections and slower technical sections as well that kind of keeps you on your toes. I much prefer the long sweeping sections and tracks. I just think it suits Wreckfest 2's physics better, but I also think that once I get the hang of it and know where to push and where to lay back, it'll be fine. I just need more track time. Make sure to stay tuned till the end of the video, where I'll be showcasing raw gameplay capture on Cannon Hill in the Switchback on the highest difficulty. In addition to this brand new track, they've added some new layouts to existing tracks too. The highlight for me being the first one on the list, the Speed Bowl layout for the scrapyard. This layout takes you all the way around the perimeter of the scrapyard, turning right the whole time. It's very simple, but I think that works to its advantage. It suits the big, heavy muscle cars really well. There are long straightaways with long sweeping corners, and a few corners you have to really nail your braking point for to maximize your exit speed. If you're more into the demolition derbies, there aren't any new derby layouts, but the figure 8 layout on Scrapyard is pretty close. Not only is it a figure 8, but you gotta watch out for the claw. I was hit by this thing more times than I'd like to remember. One time it even pushed me right into the car crusher and just totally ruined my race. Moving on, we have 5 more layouts. Scrapyard reverse, Savilac short forward and reverse, Speedway inner oval, and European Rallycross 1 reverse. Gotta admit, Savilac short threw me off since I'm so used to dropping down into the sand pit, whereas on this course, you skip the pit entirely, take a turn, and you're back onto the front stretch. I'm a big oval racing guy, so I always like to see new ovals being added. Gotta say though, the new short Speedway oval is pure chaos. The laps tick on by so quickly, so make sure you run at least 10 to spread the field out a little. I always found that once I got into a rhythm, the race was basically over, so yeah. Make sure you set those laps to at least 10. That just about does it for content updates, though it's not all just bug fixes going forward. I'll go ahead and put all of the other updates on the screen now. I know it's a lot, but I do want to highlight 2 of these specifically. The first being that the game now has SimHub integration. SimHub is a piece of software that gives you real-time telemetry data, so you can see your inputs in real time, as well as feed this information to, say, a phone or another display. This software is pretty popular in sim racing. I don't use it personally, but I do see the appeal of it. The other big update is different selectable AI difficulties, having novice, amateur, and expert difficulties. They also claim that AI now take more competitive racing lines, but I only really noticed this on expert difficulty. I would say pre-patch the AI was somewhere between novice and amateur, so having this update really changes the game for me. I usually default to online play, but now I find running a few offline races to be pretty fun and competitive. I'm of the mindset that I don't need to win every race, I just want to be competitive and have close racing, and Expert definitely delivers on that. That just about sums up everything new shown off in the game itself, but before I close this out, I want to talk about some updates that are coming to Wreckfest 2. So in their latest video showcasing the new content, the developers teased some upcoming features that I'm really excited for. The big ones being a fully customizable paint booth and modding tools where they show off what looks to be a map editor. I am over the moon excited for the future of Wreckfest 2. These are going to be game changers. The map editor alone will make this the definitive demo derby banger racing game. Imagine all of the player created content, whether it's maps from classics like Destruction Derby and Flat Out, or maybe even recreations of real tracks like Daytona and Bristol. I'm so excited for this. And with the custom paint booth, imagine the possibilities for league races, or just having really cool schemes on your car that you design yourself, or recreations of real schemes. Imagine the Dale Senior Good Wrench number 3 out there. It has me so pumped for the future of Wreckfest 2, and it should excite you too, absolutely. Alright guys, well, I think that just about does it for me today. Big shout out to my highest tier patrons, CD-ROM Fossil and Arcade Racing Central, as well as all of my supporters over on Patreon. Alright, as promised, here's the unedited footage of the switchback on Cannon Hill. My name is Mercy, and as always, have a good one.
Hell yeah, that was a good one.